What's going on, y'all? I'm currently in Dallas, Texas right now. It's currently 11:52 right now. I was laying in bed. I was scrolling, going through my DMs, answering questions, and out of the first 10 DMs that I got, literally probably five or six of them was the question that I get all the time, 24/7, which is, Josh, should I just lease a truck? Should I finance a truck? Should I use OPM, which is other people's money, or should I just use my own cash, right? And I'm gonna give y'all my opinion. Everybody's opinion is different. You know what I'm saying? So what I might think might not be what somebody else think, which is totally fine. So whatever works for you, do that. But I'm gonna tell you what I think is smart. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've been in trucking since I was 21. I'm 24 currently. So more seasoned guys probably got a different perspective of what I'm going to say, which is, what I'm saying, totally fine. But I know what helped me. I know what helped my students. I know what can help people in the future too if they decide to hop into trucking and go from there. So right now, this video is just gonna be full of financing, leasing, OPM, or using your own cash. I just hope that you guys enjoy this video, and let's get into it. See y'all in a minute. All right, cool. So the first one I'm gonna start with is using your own cash. I dislike this a lot, but I know everybody's situations are different, but I'm not against it, but I am against it. I'm literally 60-40 with it. And reasons why, let's say somebody wants to buy 18 wheeler, right? Let's say they just want to buy a tractor. Let's say somebody want to buy a 2018 Kenworth, right? Let's just throw an example. Let's say they selling a tractor just for 30,000 to 45,000. Nobody has 35,000 to 40,000 just sitting around ready just to just blow, right? So literally, I get DMs all the time that say, "Yo, bro, I'm working this job until I save up 30,000. Yo, bro, I'm working this job until I save up 40,000." And I sit back and think like, okay, you still have a life. You still want to go out. You still want to travel. You still got to eat. You might got a girlfriend. You got bills. You know how hard it's going to be to save up 30 to 40 grand just working a regular 9 to 5 in this economy? It's going to be hard as shit, right? So I tell people all the time that I hear that says, "Hey, I just want to use my own cash to start my trucking company." All right, cool. Let's say you only got $30,000 to $40,000 cash right now. And you say, "Yeah, bro, I'm just going to use all this to start my trucking company." All right, cool, granted, but let's list things out. You have to pay for insurance down payment. That's one big cost. You have to pay for all your license plates, all this down the third. You got to get all your authority. If you buy a truck that has anything wrong with it, your truck will need to have a mechanic come out and see it. I know my mechanic charged me $350 just to come out for inspections. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have money for that, right? So I look at it as, okay, cool. You only had 35,000 to blow, and you blowed it on the truck. Now when it's time to pay for insurance, what you gonna do? Now your truck sits, so now you got to go out and work some more to just to grab 4 grand. Cool, you pay that. Now you got to pay for your authority. Now you got to go out and work some more just to pay that. So it's like you running back and forth, and you still in the same position, right? So it doesn't make sense when people say, "Hey, I'm gonna use my own cash," or, "Hey, bro, I'm working this job to use my own cash." Don't even waste your time. Literally, if you have great credit, leverage it. If you have bad credit, fix it. If you have no credit at all, start to build it, right? Because what people don't understand is credit can do so much for you that people don't know. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of people that's not hip to it, that don't understand credit, which find somebody to teach you about credit. You know what I'm saying? Watch YouTube videos. It's a lot of videos out here that somebody can break down to you what credit is and how to use it. So that's why I really don't like using my own money for any type of business. I don't care. I don't want to use my own money for anything. If I have access to other people's money, I'm going to use it. That's my take on using your own cash for it. Now, granted, if you see a box truck that's 15, 16, 17, 20,000, and you got that liquid that you can throw away and still got money left over, hey, be my guest, use it, right? I know some people say, "Yo, I don't want to know, I don't want this, I don't want that." Totally fine. I understand it. But also, let's be smart, right? But like I said, what works for somebody else might not work for you. But if you find a box truck that's 15, 16 grand, bro, shit, use it. You know what I'm saying? I won't be mad at you, right? If that's what helped you, go ahead. I've had students buy a box truck that was 15, 16,000, and I told them to do it. It has to be a good deal in order for me to say, "Yeah, bro, go ahead, just spend that cash." 30, 40, 50,000? No, bro. We're not using our own cash that we saved up. That's no point, right? And y'all gonna see why I say that later on in the video. So that's what I gotta say about using your own cash. Don't do it. I'm really not for it. But if you have to do it, then go ahead. But I don't think you will have to do that if you fix your credit, learn about credit, or build your credit up. Now let's get into the leasing side, right? So I've had somebody, hit me up and talk about they wanted to lease a truck. Which I don't see nothing wrong with leasing a truck, but you also got to think about it. When you leasing a truck, you only keep it for a certain amount of time. So let's say you lease it for, let's say 2 years, right? So within those 2 years, you're making the regular payment to one. Two, you have a mileage restriction. You go over a certain amount of miles, they charge you for it, right? And then two, of course, it's kind of different than leasing a regular car, because now with this 18 wheeler, of course, it'd be insurance agreements, maintenance, etc. like that. At the end of it is either you can do a buyout option or you can make the terms a little bit longer. But it's like, when will I ever be able to own this truck, right? So it's really like, does the lease make sense for your cash flow? Like, do you make enough money to continue to keep this truck running? Two, a lot of people get frustrated because after a certain amount of years, they don't own this truck, right? They have nothing to show for it. It's not like, okay, I've been paying for this truck every month. Now this is my truck. No. At the end of the term, you can do a buyout option for sure, most definitely. But it's like, me leasing this truck, does this make sense for me? Like, does this make sense? Yes, granted, I can give it back whenever, but I've just put money in this truck for no reason. So I'm not against the leasing option. Finance isn't a bad option. The only reason why I don't like going to dealerships and financing a truck, because they want so much shit. Like, if it was between financing or going with your own money, I'm going with my own money. Cause it's like, the dealership asks you for so much. I just remember when my stepdad was trying to get his truck, bro, it took him so long to pull that truck off the lot after he actually got financed for it. The dealership asks you for so much shit. That's why I've never went to a dealership to buy my trucks. I've always went through a private seller because it was way easier. I don't like financing too, because interest rates are so high, and it's like, yeah, sometimes it can go off your credit, but they're still high. Your truck note would still be high as shit. That's why I don't like financing, and that's my own personal opinion about financing. I don't really have a long thing about financing. I just don't like financing just because of that with the dealership, the interest rates and stuff like that, right? So that's the only reason why I say I don't really like financing. This is what I did to start my business. This is what a lot of my students did to start their business. Leverage your credit, bro. Leverage your credit. Use it the right way to get funding, get business funding, right? If you have a 680 or higher, and I want everybody to please listen to this, take notes, get a pen, paper, whatever you need, and take notes. Record it, however, whatever y'all need to do, right? If you have a 680 or higher, you have no late payments, you have no collections, you have no derogatory marks, your credit report is clean, you have the 6 to 7 primary accounts, your credit card utilization is all under 10-15%, you will qualify for business funding. When we talking about credit cards, that's 0% interest for 18 months, right? And this is why I say this is the best thing, because you have access to other people's money. And with that being said, I can literally take a $50,000 credit card, liquidate it at 0% interest. So I have no interest for literally 18 months. You have 50,000, right? You liquidate it, set aside 12,000, put 12,000 into another account. Why? Because you just took out 12 months worth of pay. Every month you can put $1,000 on that credit card, monthly payments. So now you don't have to worry about that. That is set aside. So now you're playing with what, 37,000 right now. So now, but you'll have more than one credit card, because we'll do credit card stack and play. You might get 50 from one bank, 50 from another, 40 from another, this, that, and third. So you're gonna have a bag to play with. But I'm using this as a example, right? So now you have 37,000 to play with. All right, cool. You're gonna liquidate that. You have that in cash. Go purchase your truck. Now you use the bank's money to purchase your truck. That asset is gonna pay back that credit card, but you also still got 12,000 set aside for monthly payments, right? Cool. It's not going to report to your personal credit because it's on the business side. Business and personal is two different things. So with that being said, if I can get access to credit card, if I can get access to personal, business funding, credit card, 0% interest, why not do that? Now, the money that I was going to spend of my own, bro, for what? I can keep that set aside, because guess what? Let's say Chase give us 50, PNC give us 50, BOA give us 45, 50, right? Let's say Chase give us 50, BOA give us 50, let's say PNC give us 50,000. That's 150,000 right there, right? So guess what I'm gonna do? Liquidate 50,000 from one card, buy my truck, liquidate another card, use that, or not even liquidate it. Use that same credit card, pay for insurance, down payment, pay for my authority, get everything I need for my business up and running. I used the bank's money for that. I didn't use my own personal cash, right? So this is why I say I like OPM. I like using other people's money, but you can't use other people's money if you have bad fucking credit. A lot of people in this day and age, even people that's younger or older, I also have a credit repair company. I hear a lot of people say, hey, I haven't checked my credit in years. Do y'all not know how great credit is? Fix your credit, build your credit, and leverage your credit. Renting. I have no problem with renting at all. The only thing I tell about renting, don't do week to week, do month to month. Because if you do week to week, you're going to be pressured. Let's say you rent a truck for $1,400 a week. You want to either triple or fuck that, double or triple that so you can profit. Let's say truck $1,400 a week. Of course, you got to pay for your own fuel. Let's say this week you only made $3,000. 14 goes back to the truck. Some gonna go to fuel. You might not profit much, right? You do month to month. At least you know I got 30 days to make this much a month. What is, let's say 1,400 divided by times 4. 1,400 times 4 is 5,600. I need to make at least 15 to 16,000, almost 20 grand in 1 month if I'm renting, so I can actually profit. So I can pay for that truck every month. So I have no problem with renting, actually. It's not a bad thing with renting. Only thing I can say about renting is if you have a fresh authority, it might be a little bit harder for you because a lot of people won't work with new authorities just because you're so new. So you really want that age underneath your belt. And I know a lot of people say, hey, in order to start a trucking company, you have to have time in business, this, down, and third. If you don't start the business, you will never get the time. So you have to start from somewhere. Everybody journey in trucking is different. You have to start from somewhere. I don't give a fuck if you started from scratch. I started from scratch. Guess what? I went through the same thing that these new truckers are going through. It's business. Every business starts off slow. Every business you have to have time in it. Every business you won't just come out and start profiting. You have to be able to sit in your business and grow it and scale it. A business like trucking for the first 6 months and not really profit nothing. That's going to show you if you're ready for trucking or not. That's my opinion on leasing, financing, using your own money, or getting business funding, which is OPM. That's what I think. Of course, I did the last one using OPM, getting those 0% just credit cards. And it's like once you pay those credit cards back, guess what? You back at your balance of 50 grand. So guess what? You can use the shit again. It's not like you losing money. You know what I'm saying? So, if anybody need help with anything, I mean, I'm definitely open to help. Definitely willing to answer any questions anybody might have. Right now, it is 12:42 in the morning and I'm in Texas. I'm here to invest into another business actually. But, you know, like I said, I was laying in bed and I kept getting DMs about lease, finance, either using other people's money or you know, using your own money. And I just want everybody to have this information so they can, you know, start growing scared of trucking business, or, you know, just if they just want to learn about it, if they want to invest later on in life. So y'all take it easy. I hope this video was definitely great for y'all. And for those that stayed, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch y'all later.